Alright then, so for this next session, we're going to work on the glutes, guys, okay? So, your glutes, your hips, your lower back, support your solid foundation, okay? So if you're a regular runner, or you just want to get a little more toned in the glutes, this is a good little workout to do, okay? So just starting off, a little bit of work on our feet, and then we'll go down to the floor, and we'll let it flow, okay? So first of all, just a little bit of mobility for your glutes and hips. Just bringing your feet together flat first, hands in your waist, just lifting your your right heel and placing your right foot onto the inside of your calf, and then just keeping the hips facing forwards. If you just want to abduct that right knee out to the right, then back into the middle. So just going to a distance you can manage with. Okay, if you tighten the hips, this is just something that gets better over time, okay? Just slow and controlled. We'll do one more. Okay, and then what we'll do is we'll just have our feet slightly apart, okay? Not too far, just about the hip distance apart with your toes pointing out. Just giving your glutes a slight little bit of activation here. So we're gonna just bend the knees, and now if you can slide your left foot along, and then lift the knee, plant your foot down, bend the knees again, slide your other foot along, lift, rotate and bend. Okay, so we're just having a slight bit of activation into the glutes, but we're just mobilizing the hip joint area also to make these movements easier. Try and take it slow and controlled. Okay, I'm rushing mine a little bit. Lift and flatten your foot, bend, slide your toe along, lift, and then bend. Okay, so just getting a bit of blood flow into the glutes there. So as I say, I've just mentioned you're using your right leg, I'm using my left, so I'm the mirror image to the video, if that makes sense. So just lifting your right leg again with your right heel, lift your right knee up to hip height, just giving that right knee a little bit of rotation now, okay? Just again, mobilizing the hip, and then slowing that down, place the foot to the floor. So just with your left foot now, lifting your left foot, place your left foot onto the inside of your right calf, trying to keep the hips facing forward, just opening up the hip a little bit, relaxing the shoulders down. If you can only go to here, don't worry about it, it's okay, it's going to get better over time. And when we come to the floor, there's a similar movement to this with the clam action. Alright, but we'll just do one more bit of abduction there. If you want to just keep that knee up and just kind of give the knee some rotation as well, little circles, and we're ready to go on these glutes in 3, 2, 1. Okay, just give your feet a shake around, maybe just have a bit of hip rotation as well. Just swirl your hips around, stick your bum out, hips come forwards, change direction, working around your lower back. We're just getting everything around the hip joint mobilized and ready to go. So here we go with the first phase. Just for confusion, to avoid confusion, folks, myself, I'm going to say I'm on the same leg as you now, okay? So just having a tight core, breathing in first, exhale out, suck it in, abdominals nice and tight, keep the shoulders down if you can, but we're actually just going to take your hands onto your side waist first of all, and with your left leg, if you can just attempt a bit of slow and controlled abduction. So just taking that leg out to the side to a distance you can manage with. Alright, tap the floor if you want, or keep it up for a challenge, but we're just starting to warm up down the outside of the glute and the abductor, which is the muscle down the side of your thigh, okay? If you want to be technical, it's called the iliotibial band, but we'll just do one more. Just trying to sound clever. When I'm going to put the foot down, I'm going to take the left arm out to the left, right arm above your right shoulder this time. So take a breath. On the exhale, keep the left arm still, but try if you can to let the right arm extend out to the right, left leg out to the left now. So we're just obviously involving your shoulder and upper back a little bit, but making this left glute overload and burn. One more time, and we'll just place arms down for a second. You're probably feeling a bit warmer down there now. Keeping the core sucked in. A little bit different, we're going to just raise the right arm again straight, and we just extend the left leg out to the left, and then we're just going to sort of lean to the right a little bit, blowing out, breathing in. So you're kind of putting this onto your opposite glute now on that standing leg. So a lot of pressure on that standing foot, and I'm sure it'll be coming in to your glute zone as well. Okay, a little test of balance, abdominals sucked in tight, and then if you just want to maybe hold it on the last one for 5 seconds, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the foot down. Okay, have a little shake off, and we'll just come into our second one for the glutes. So let me see, I'm going to just face this way. We're going to have your right knee bent, your hands in your waist again, just bending your right knee, toes of left foot starting on the floor behind you, and then just trying to keep the hips still as best you can, but just letting that left leg lift and lower nice and steady. Okay, so just getting a bit of extra burn into that left glute zone. We'll do 2 more and 1 more, and then I'll change sides. You're going to face this way, keeping the pressure on your left glute. Can you just raise your arms to chest height, nice and straight. Lift your right knee up to hip height, and then bending your left knee, just edge forwards slightly. So just get balanced on your left foot, which is flat. And then at a steady tempo, just a bit of slow and controlled bending of that left knee now. So you're sitting onto the flat foot, and you're really starting to get a bit of burn and overload into your glute now. So if you're a regular runner, you're strengthening your ankle, and you're just firing up each gluteal before you get ready for your jog there. Okay, so just have a bit of a shake off. We'll just break before the next one by lifting your right arm out to the right, lifting that left heel again, lifting your left knee to hip height, hand on the knee, and just opening up your inner thigh if you can there, just pulling it out, bit of a stretch to the adductor. 3, 2, 1, bring it back in, park it down. Okay, so just do the other side of the glute warm-up, and then we're ready for the floor. So hands on the waist again, core sucked in still, and right leg is starting to abduct gradually. Okay, if you want to keep it at a height you're comfortable with, or that's fine, or just maybe try and take it a little higher. Okay, nice and controlled, tap that floor if you need to, or keep it off for a test, and bring your foot down. Brilliant. So we'll take your left arm up straight now, right arm locked out, nice and still, core sucked in, just getting the left arm involved as well. Tap if you need to, or keep it off for a challenge. Alright, so just window cleaning with that left arm. Nice and steady we go. 1 more time. Blow it out and breathe it in. Place the foot down, recover. Ready for that slightly different movement. We're going to just take your right leg off the floor, and then we're just going to sort of lean to our left, and then keep the foot off the floor if you can, folks. So on that standing leg, that opposite glute will be feeling a bit more pressure, okay, on your standing side. Whoops. Nice, steady we go. Blowing out and breathing in. On the last one, if you think you can, just try to hold the balance. Lots of pressure on that standing leg, on that glute. 3, 2, 1. And then shake off your feet. Well done. 2 to go. So this time we're on our right leg, so we keep the left foot flat, hands on the waist, just leaning forwards a bit from your upper body, bending your left knee, sliding your toes of right behind, and then when you're ready, folks, just from the right leg, a little bit of lift and lower. So it doesn't have to be too high. So if you go too high, you're going to sort of lose the your control, and it'll your hips will start wobbling. All right, so just lift and lower, contracting the glute, or if your leg doesn't get totally straight, as you can see, mine doesn't. All right, and now shaking off that foot again, and staying on this side. Actually, we'll just raise the arms to chest height. We'll put some bend into that right knee with the left foot off the floor, and then from there, just a bit of slow and controlled bending of the right knee. So just taking that knee to a distance that you're comfortable with. It doesn't have to be 90 degrees, just a bit of bend, okay? And then glutes are starting to feel more warmed up now. So this time, just sticking the left arm out to the left, right heel off the floor, bring your right knee to hip height, and if you can just try to pull that right knee out as best you can, give that inner thigh a bit of a stretch. Nice. Back to the middle, ready for the floor. Okay, so the back of your mats or the back of your carpets, just get ready for a roll down with your chin tucked in. Just start sliding your hands down your thighs. We're going to walk out onto flat hands, guys. So from there, just walking out onto your flat hands, fingers spread out. Now this time, can you just raise a right leg straight, blow out, keep your core sucked in, drive a right knee into your middle, and then just try and lift the leg as high as you can. So we're just starting to drive into the abdominal core, that lower side section of your abdominals, whilst really giving the right glute some contraction as well. Drive it in, then extend out. So we'll change sides, right foot down, and then lifting a left leg, or even turning around to avoid the telly. We're going to just have your hands flat again, on the balls of feet, core sucked in, raise the left leg up, bring the knee into your core, and then lift as high as you can on the way back out. So just keeping the core involved, driving into your lower abdominals on the left, and getting into left glute with real overload and burn. One more time, lift as high as you can, and then just park your knees down, give yourself a low back release, sink your bum down, head as close to the floor as you can. Okay, nice stretch for that lower back. 3, 2, 1. Carefully coming out of that, and just coming into that movement now, which is similar to what we did on the feet with the standing abduction. Okay, so the knees are going to be stacked up bent, and this is good if you've got tight hip flexors this next series. Alright, just maybe rest your head onto your right arm, and left hand is in front, and hairs are out of the mouth. We're going to just take that bent left knee back nice and slow, and then we're going to close it down again. So again, if you're tight through your hips, this is just another way to promote a bit of mobility whilst also getting some tone into that gluteal. Okay, 4 and down. On the 5th one, we're going to come halfway down, we're going to pause, we're going to have some rotation with the knee, little circles, starting to get a bit of burn on. Alright, and then bringing the knees and feet together, feet off the floor, folks, heels to heels glued together, and just coming into our climb action now. So you're just bringing that knee apart as much as you can. Great burn and overload. One more time before we climb and extend. Heel to heel, back to knees. Knees apart, extend, heel to heel, knee to knee. So just getting a couple more in if you can. Abdominals still sucked in. One more time. Climb, extend, heel to heel, knee to knee. Slight time out, but we'll come on to our backs now. So just isolating the left glute yet again. Okay, so we're going to just have shoulders down away from the ears, collarbone relaxed and open, abdominals sucked in, and flat hands on the floor, but just carefully extending a right leg straight now. Core sucked in, flat foot on your left side, press the left foot into the floor. We'll just start with a static contraction, okay, a static hold. Isolate the left glute zone. A lot of pressure on the back of that glute. Bring your bum down. Take a breath in. Abdominals still in. And just pressing that left foot into the floor. Up you come. We go halfway down. 1 and up. 2 and up. And again, 3 and up. Stick in for 5, 4. One more time, 5. And then bringing the right foot down, turning back onto your right side, folks. So this time, just lengthening out long with your right arm and just putting a bit of bend into the bottom right leg. So Abdominals sucked in, left hand in front for support, just lifting that left leg straight a little bit and bringing in a bit of slow and controlled rotation with the left foot. Pause that. Now from there, can you just kick forwards a little bit and then kick back, trying to keep the left leg level and steady, blowing out and breathing in. Alright, kick forwards again, breathing in, coming back, one more time in front, and then breathing in, coming back, and there we go, just ready to give that left side a stretch off. Left side complete, so just, if you can now, when you're back again, cross left ankle over the thigh, head relaxed, right foot off the floor, grab the left knee and the left foot, pull it towards you folks, really getting a big stretch into your left glute. Push it to the right a bit, get the maximum out of that left glute overload. There we go, 3, 2, 1. And then if you just place your right foot down, keep the left ankle crossed over your right thigh, bringing yourself off the floor carefully, coming up onto your hands, and again, you're just feeling deep stretch into the glute. If you can, walk hands a bit further in, sit up tall, push out to the right a bit more. Left glute, really getting the benefit of that stretch. Alright, it's worked hard, so we'll just untangle it, okay, and get ready for the other side after we've come back up onto the feet. So just another standing balance move. Just a bit of variety, so your shoulders relaxing down, core sucked in. We're going to raise your arms up to chest height. Again, so if you're a regular runner, this is a good way to warm up. We lift the left knee up to hip height, and we're just going to begin to drop the right arm back with the left leg. Lift the knee, and then extend your arms. So just, if you're a runner, I don't keep going on about the running, you don't have to be a runner, this is equally beneficial if you're just looking for general tone, but for runners, this is just a good way to get into your running motion action, okay? The arms are involved a lot, but your knee is obviously raising up into that running action, and your glute is getting a bit more burn. One more time, and then make out you're not tired, alright? Just shake the feet off, ready for the ground. So just again, come to the back of your mat, just have a spine roll down, keeping it glute based folks, but we're just giving that spine a bit of a mobilizer as well. Walking out onto your floor, and again, just have a little shell, release, hands back to your feet, sink your tummy down, head relaxed towards the floor. Okay, and then lifting the chest and head upwards. We'll now come into our next clam phase, toning phase. So just having your knees stacked up bent, resting your head onto that left hand, and with those knees stacked up bent still, we just take the right knee back bent as far as we can, bringing it down. So just part one of our overload. So don't worry if you can't go too high, if you can only go to there, or just a little bit, don't be put off, just work at your own level, and you'll get better over time. So we'll now come halfway down, we'll give the knee a bit of anti-clockwise rotation, just start to build a bit of lactic into the glutes before we bring in the clam. So we just close the knees down, we take the feet off the floor, and we go for our clam action. Heels glued together, knees coming apart. Nice and steady, ready for those extensions now. So after 5, if you can just clam and then extend, heel to heel, knee to knee, clam and kick. Getting in 5 if you can, folks. 2 more to go with 4, and 1 more with 5. We kick and we bring the knees down. All right, so ready for that next phase of body lift. So just turning onto your back, shoulders are down and relaxed, hands on the floor, abdominals sucked in, and right leg extended. Bit of bend in your knee, absolutely fine. Hands are flat, shoulders flat. And then your left foot flat, pressed into the ground, just lifting that butt high, folks. And starting to get, oops, sorry, we're on the wrong side. The right foot is flat. Big error, left leg is straight. We're just pressing that right foot into the floor, and that right glute starts to feel the burn as well. So just lift and hold. Really feel that overload coming in. Ready for our half body lifts now. So just gather your breath, keep core sucked in, hands are flat, left leg extended slow, pressing that right foot into the floor, lift up to your bridge, and we're going to come halfway down. 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 5, up we go, and then bring yourself down. Turning onto that opposite left side then, so just looking at the left arm straight and bending your bottom left leg bent, okay, so right leg straight, core sucked in, hand in front for support. If you want more stability, just bring your hand a bit further out, okay, but just lifting a right leg and then kicking it forward slow and then kicking it back. I knew that was going to happen, but just if you've got room where you are, just try and kick back the right leg as best you can. And that's probably my limit, okay? So just kick back and then just coming back. I know I should have done this first, but we're going to have little circles now with the right foot going round and round. Round we go for 3, 2 and 1. Okay, so just giving that glute a bit of a stretch off whilst we're here. Turning onto your back. Cross the right ankle over the left leg, folks. Lift the left leg, foot, grab the right knee and right foot. That might be deep enough for you, but pushing to the left creates a bit more stretch in that glute zone. Okay. And just placing the left foot down. If you can carefully bring your head and neck off the mat, walk yourself up onto your hands. You're going to feel that in your glutes once again, but if you sit up tall, with your hands going further in, you get even more, and if you push it to the left, you're getting an almighty stretch in the glutes. So just hold that there. Untangle your legs, and just perhaps have a lower back release. Just lengthen your legs long, raising your arms high. Take a breath, edge yourself forwards, stretch out that spine, chin tucked in, and then just a bit of seated cat stretch. Bend the knees, holding on the knees, sitting up tall, rounding the shoulders forwards, but just curving your lower back and feeling that nice stretch through your shoulder blades and in your spine. Take a breath in, and just the other side of that standing glute warm up to get now. So we'll carefully bring ourselves up, give the legs a little shake off, and here we are again. Feet together flat, core sucked in, arms raised up to chest height level, lifting the right knee up to hip height, and if you can now, just begin to take a left arm behind, right leg behind as well, but then just keep those arms going at a steady pace. Nice knee lift to hip height, and then just a bit of extension behind with your right leg as well, glute overload. Okay, we'll just do one more. Good test of balance on that standing right foot. And then just shake it off. Okay, so the standing version of the glute stretch is just crossing your left ankle over your right thigh, hands on the hips, but bending your right knee. So you just get that into your left glutes. So if you need to hold on to something, just go for it, okay? Might not be the most comfortable way of doing it, it's just another option if you're ever out and about doing a workout, okay? So just bend the knees again, and then just give those hips a bit of a lateral stretch out there. And that's pretty much it. So I hope you've enjoyed that one. Just if you're feeling much warmer in the glutes now, ready for whatever you're gonna do, okay? Give that a go. Thanks for watching. Cheers.